Greetings, everybody. Michael Coughlan here, your host of Crypto in a Van, and we're going to look at Electroneum and the power of mass adoption right after this, so don't go anywhere.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go?
Welcome to the inaugural edition of Crypto in a Van. My name is Michael Coughlan, and I live in a van. So when I'm not paying rent, I'm stocking money away in cryptocurrency. I'm on a quest, like many of you are, and it's certainly quite a ride. I started less than a year ago, less than a quarter ago, early December or late November, I can't remember exactly when, but I put my toes in the water, and after a couple of weeks of observation, I jumped in. So it's a new journey for me in many ways, and certainly learned a lot in a short period of time. And it's an interesting time for many of you right now. For those of you who didn't go through the big correction or this consolidation period, I think a lot of us were tested, to say the least. So here we are, and I'd like to talk to you today about one of my favorite cryptocurrencies, Electroneum, and how it's adopting the theory of mass adoption, and we'll get into that. Now, mass adoption is something that a lot of cryptocurrency fans have been praying for, because until around about this period of time, cryptocurrency has been some weird concept for techie people and computer geeks, and now it's entering the mass consciousness, and people are seeing the Bitcoin logo, many of them for the first time, but a lot of people have cryptocurrency at large on their radar now. So this is the very tip of adoption, and I just wanted to speak a little bit about this concept of mass adoption. Now, it's slowly being accepted around the world as a plausible form of financial transfer management or investment. And after many years of criticism, of discreditation, of downright ridicule, cryptocurrency, which is an electronically encrypted form of currency, it's finding its footing now as a recognized form of actual value. So this is what a lot of us were waiting for. Now, some interesting facts in the United States, and the reason I cite these facts in particular is because despite the fact that I live in Canada, I am certainly aware that the United States of America is home to the largest financial markets in the world, bar none. So bear with me here. Our neighbors to the south, in the United States, this is happening as we speak. For example, Arizona State has passed a bill that will allow citizens to pay their state taxes with Bitcoin. If that's not adoption, I don't know what is. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, commonly referred to as the SEC, you've probably heard that name on the radio and on your televisions and on the web, wherever you collect your news from. Now, the chairman of the SEC, Jay Clayton, in an official statement on the SEC's website, states, "I am confident that developments in fintech will help facilitate capital formation and provide promising investment opportunities for institutional and Main Street investors alike." Also, the Chicago Board Options Exchange, known as the CBOE, and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, I don't know if we say mercantile or mercantile, the CME, both futures exchanges have created futures exchanges around Bitcoin. And it's rumored that the CBOE is going to move into Ethereum for their futures markets as well. So there you go. Now, the financial giants of the United States are moving into Bitcoin and conversely into other altcoins because they see cryptocurrency as perhaps a valid form of making money for people interested in investing. So there you go. And now further to this, the private industry, J.P. Morgan, the United States Financial Investment Institution, the juggernaut. You hear them mentioned all the time. Wall Street giants. CEO Jamie Dimon went so far as to call Bitcoin a fraud some time ago. That was in 2017, late in 2017. Well, it seems J.P. Morgan may be changing their mind because they have released a report describing cryptocurrency as something that may be beneficial to investors as a feasible way of diversifying their portfolios. So if you want to round out your commodities investments such as oil and, I don't know, wheat, beans, whatever, if you have too many tech company investments like your Apples and Amazons, well, maybe a great way to diversify your portfolio to maintain a balance in case one end of the industry starts to tank. Maybe cryptocurrency can keep it afloat. That's diversification, and they're looking now at cryptocurrency as a valid way of diversifying your investment portfolio. So aside from the United States, which is doing all of this, here in Canada, we are addressing how to handle cryptocurrency. Is it legal to buy and sell and trade cryptocurrency here in Canada? Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. That's on the Government of Canada's website. There is a statement concerning this sort of thing, and you'd be best to do your own research on this kinds of information, because I'm no professional. I'm just a guy in a van, after all. But governments around the world are certainly grappling with ways of regulating cryptocurrency to protect their citizens and to make sure people aren't throwing away their money on fraudulent cryptocurrencies. This has happened. It's kind of like the Wild West right now, this time of regulation, and we're all really learning all about this brand new financial industry. So how does all this relate to Electroneum, ETN, on your cryptocurrency exchanges? Well, what Richard Ells, the CEO, and his team at Electroneum are doing, let's start elementally. For example, their decimal system only goes to 2 digits, just like the money we use in most countries. For example, if I were to buy a chocolate bar, it may cost me 99 cents at the local convenience store. That's 2 decimal places, decimal 99. That's how Electroneum, in contradiction to most other cryptocurrencies out there that have many decimal places, 0.05678926. Now imagine if we were to price a chocolate bar with 8 decimal places, for example. Bitcoin, for example, with a current value of approximately $9,500 at the point of shooting this video, is not something you want to use to buy a candy bar at the convenience store. You want to use something with a lesser value, perhaps like Electroneum, which may at some point be worth 0.99 cents right on the dot, in which case it would cost you 1 Electroneum coin. So it's a fantastic setup for these common everyday currencies, and that's what Electroneum wants to do. It wants to be on your phone with a mobile miner. So as you conduct your business day to day with your phone, maybe at the end of the day you retire, maybe during work you set your phone up with the mobile miner app from Electroneum, and with the press of one button, and I've seen demonstrations of this, you start to mine cryptocurrency on your phone. Terrific idea. Again, that's a great way to set yourself up for mass adoption. That's appealing to people, both young and old. Currently, Electroneum has about 800,000 users registered through their website. So that's a fantastic thing. They're up and running. Recent news, the GMSA, and many of you don't even know what that stands for. It's the Groupe Spécial Mobile Association. Apparently a French name, which is essentially an association of telecom companies and related businesses to the industry. And Electroneum has the noble distinction of being the first cryptocurrency to become a member of the GMSA, which is a really big thing because they're trying to attract the business of phone companies, telecoms, mobile providers, to make deals to have their app, the Electroneum app, carried on your phone. What a wonderful thing. You open the app, start your mobile miner with the press of a button, and start mining cryptocurrency. Now, the angle on this is to try to be able to utilize the cryptocurrency that you collect through the mobile miner, the ETN you collect with your mobile miner, and you can use that to pay your phone bill, potentially. Imagine that. So if you collect, you know, I don't know, a dozen Electroneum coins, you can use that against your phone bill. And if it reached the value of $1, well, that's an outstanding discount for your phone bill. So what a great plan for mass adoption. That's what we're talking about here in this video. They've signed deals with some telco companies. Zeus in Latin America with over 65 million users. There's B Media in Japan. That's another 20 million user reach. Effortel in Belgium for 5 million users. And there's an app they've signed a deal with called Fanfare, which essentially gets you to hawk your favorite products and share them on social media in return for rewards with a 1 million user reach. So these are actually signed deals that are moving ahead. Another way for mass adoption, obviously, is to have your cryptocurrency available on multiple exchanges. At this point in time, Electroneum is only available on Cryptopia. Cryptopia is not the largest exchange, and its user reviews, how should I put this, are not always fantastic. I've used it, of course, because I'm an Electroneum, I have a position in Electroneum, and it's not my favorite. They have suspended, without much warning, certain cryptocurrencies from being traded on their exchange. So I think the hiring of Michael Stelaire, who has been in fintech business for many, many years, has a lot of experience. He has been an advisor to Verge, another cryptocurrency. His resume is exceedingly qualified for his position. Well, they've hired Michael Stelaire to help them get onto other exchanges, and Michael didn't waste much time in getting them on to HIT BTC. It's a top 10 worldwide crypto exchange, and Electroneum is not currently available on HIT BTC, but it will be. So there is a signed deal with HIT BTC. The Coin exchange, that's with Q-U-O-I-N-E of Japan. Coin is a company that has two exchanges, CoinX, spelled with a Q-U, and Cryptos, spelt with a Q. Now, CoinX deals in crypto and fiat currency, and Cryptos deals with ICOs, cryptocurrencies, and tokens. So there's a distinction between those two, but it is the same umbrella company. That's a signed deal. Also with Next Exchange, a signed deal. So Michael Stelaire has been doing a fantastic job, and ETN continues to surround themselves with new team members that provide very distinct and purposeful positions. There is a statement, an official statement, that they're hiring a popular brand manager of some kind, and because that person is still committed to the current employer, they're not allowed to release any names. But apparently it's a big brand that we'll all know. So again, they're looking towards marketing, mass adoption, people. These are all wonderful routes to the road to mass adoption, and Richard Ells has shown an extreme commitment to this, an extreme dedication and determination. I'm very impressed. I'm going to show you some video footage of an interview with Mr. Ells, and I think you can tell that he's a committed and driven person with 19-20 years experience in computer software, fintech kind of businesses. He's been an entrepreneur before. This is not his first rodeo, and I think it shows in the successes that in only a couple of months or 4 months, 3 months that Electroneum has had. So he's proving his ability to lead this cryptocurrency. Here we go. Now, I've made you aware of what Electroneum is trying to do with mobile mining and telecom companies and reaching out to people and committing to mass adoption through getting cryptocurrency, ETN, on your phone, on everybody's phone, because more people have phones than people have bank accounts, for example. So what a wonderful way to get people using ETN. What is not talked about very often, and which some of you may not know, is that ETN, in their white paper, describes another route to mass adoption, which is through the computer gaming industry, which is a huge, over $100 billion industry at this point worldwide. And gaming is not limited to young people. There's a lot of older folks like me who game. I'm not a big gamer, but I've done it. And I have some interesting facts about this. They plan to solve some challenges in the computer gaming industry. And at this point, I'm going to refer to my laptop here because I do have the Electroneum white paper, as you can see here on the monitor. Maybe I can put it up on your screen for you. But this is fascinating because there are two main focus areas, as quoted here on the white paper of Electroneum. We have focused our research and attention on two huge potential markets for the use of Electroneum, and those are, one, gaming, as in computer games, and two, gaming as in gambling. So there's a lot of online poker sites and things of that nature. Now, the computer gaming industry, they plan on changing the way gamers and game companies work together during the constant migration of gamers to what's new and exciting. The average retention rate of a multiplayer online game is just 20% after the first 30 days. So they're looking at how they can facilitate a better system. Gamers are constantly seeking the new and following what's trendy. The app-based Electroneum Virtual Currency Exchange will allow gamers to transfer some of their hard work and time from one game to a new game by enabling them to monetize their in-play virtual currencies and take them with them into the real world. Okay, we're gonna dive deeper into this. At the same time, the game company develops an exit-based revenue stream and an additional introductory revenue stream as they take commission on entry and exit of the game. Genius. Everybody wins, the gamer and the game companies. There's over 2.2 billion gamers in the world at the time of the writing of this white paper. And the average life cycle of a mobile game includes nearly 80% of its user base migrating away from it within 2 months after intense use. So they use the heck out of it, then they move on to the next thing. Massively multiplayer online games have a lower player retention rate than most mobile games, with a remarkable 80% drop in the first 30 days. Hard work lost. So most multiplayer or player interaction games have some kind of virtual currency. Currently, the time and hard work that a player puts into a game is all lost the moment they choose to leave in search of something new, something else. In a nutshell, Electroneum will allow people to keep the value of their hard work from within one game and transfer it into their next game. That's amazing. So if you collect X amount of coins from, I don't know, World of Warcraft or whatever it is, you have all this treasure, you have all this value that you've put hours and hours of gaming into, then when you leave the game, you can't take it with you. Until now, until Electroneum. If the system is adopted by the masses, then of course you'll be able to take that value with you through ETN coins and move on to the next game. The game company gets a cut, and of course the gamers are happy because they get to take all their hard work and value with them into the next and buy into the new virtual gamer currency in whatever game they choose to play following that. So this is mind-blowing stuff. And Electroneum has not been talking about this a lot. This white paper was written back in October or November. So I'm hoping they're still going to do this, because this, to me, even though I'm not a big gamer, is a fantastic way, a fantastic road to mass adoption. It's unbelievable. Aside from the ability to pay your phone bill and collect with the mobile miner on your phone, you'll be able to earn Electroneum playing video games. That's absolutely amazing. Really, you should investigate the white paper. Do a Google search. Just go Electroneum white paper. It'll come up for you. I'll link to it. Absolutely mind-blowing. And I can't believe that they didn't talk about this. A lot of you may not even know that Electroneum intends on making plans with the video game industry. And I think it's a fantastic route to mass adoption. And you'd be foolish not to consider it when examining ETN as a crypto investment. Or maybe you're just excited about using Electroneum, which is a wonderful prospect. And if you start giving people these phones, the apps on the phones with the mobile miners, you'll be given some cryptocurrency to start with. You'll see Richard Ells says this in his video interview footage. You're going to be wanting to do something with it. And of course, what the team at Electroneum is hoping is that you give people cryptocurrency that they can pay for their phone bills with. But there's other purposes, and a market will begin to arise around that system because everybody has Electroneum. You can do more than just pay your phone with it. If I choose to accept Electroneum at my coffee shop, now you can buy coffee with it. What about a deal with a Starbucks or here in Canada with a Tim Hortons or something of that nature? The possibilities are endless. It's really huge. I talk too much. Let's take a look at some footage of Richard Ells talking about his plan for mass adoption with Electroneum.
What is different about Electroneum's functionality? It's using a mobile phone, just like M-Pesa does.
Yep.
But so what's different?
A route to market is really the difference. So all these miners, these mobile miners, Bitcoin miners, are earning money every month for mining Bitcoin, and that's what we're doing onto the mobile devices. So everybody who uses the Electroneum app will be given some Electroneum for having the app. So we're paying you to have a digital payment solution. Now that fundamentally is what's going to make the difference. So we're saying you should be interested in cryptocurrency. Well, I'm not that interested. Well, how about if we give you some? Well, I'm starting to be a bit more interested. But how easy is it? Download the app, press the button. You've got some cryptocurrency. Are you interested? Well, but what can I spend it on? Well, your mobile payment provider accepts that as mobile minutes. Now I'm interested. So every month I'm getting my mobile phone cheaper. Yes, you are. Now I'm so interested, I'm going to tell every single one of my friends. So our route to market is clear, and we will end up with huge numbers. Don't know what those numbers will be.
So what is different about Electroneum's strategy? You probably alluded to some of that already.
Well, that's pretty much it. Yeah, fundamentally, the difference is that most people spend money externally to try and attract this user. But we're cutting out that middleman and just going straight to the user and saying, wouldn't it be nice to have some cash? And they go, well, how do I get it? It's free, it's easy, bump, you press the button and you get some. Well, yes, the answer is I'd like that. And once they're down the rabbit hole of cryptocurrency, because they've got some, they are likely to want to spend it around them. So that introduces an entrepreneurial ability for other people around them to start accepting Electroneum. If you know you're in a village with 200 people that have got some cryptocurrency, and you go, do you know what? I'm going to be the first person who sells X, whatever it is, a physical product for Electroneum, then I know that I've got people that have got Electroneum and they don't quite know what to do with it. So entrepreneurialism will spring up around the thing that we've given them, and therefore those people can then buy a product directly with Electroneum. And this is what is being lacking mostly in the cryptocurrency world at the moment. But I'm going to try and change that.
How are you going to try and change that?
What we're doing is we're dropping Electroneum onto people's mobile phones around the world. What I'm hoping is that entrepreneurial spirit means that people will start swapping it for real things and other things. So I could give you some Electroneum if you give me X. And then what we've actually done is we've created the world's first cryptocurrency that's genuinely being used for trade rather than just speculation. And if we actually are doing it for that, then the user numbers that we can get are absolutely gargantuan.
So there you go, folks. That's a look at CEO of Electroneum, Richard Ells, and his plans for mass adoption with this fantastic cryptocurrency that he has seen through, that he's created this vision for, that you can have on your phone. that you can carry around with you and utilize for what I think, as you heard him speak there about creating a market culture around the app and the mobile miner and the fact that you carry Electroneum on your phone. Imagine a market for everyday use, for micropayments, for coffee, for here in Canada, for skate sharpening, for paying your phone bills, for trading with your friends, buying movie tickets. The possibilities are endless. So I want you to take a look at Electroneum if you're considering getting into something beyond Bitcoin or Ethereum, or if you've heard about it and you've been in other cryptocurrencies. This has a terrific plan, and I really do believe that Richard Ells and his team, and through the work of Michael Stoller, who is getting them onto exchanges, and I think there's going to be some big exchange announcements as well. Richard Ells is addressing the GMSA. They're having a little get-together, a summit of some kind, on February 26th, and Richard speaks on the 27th. I'm hoping there's some announcements we haven't heard about that will be made at that conference. But there he's going to be rubbing elbows with the biggest telecom companies in the world. And they include, right here in Canada, for example, Rogers is a member, TELUS is a member, Shaw is a member. In the United States, the big names, and of course I can't think of any of them right now, but you've heard all these huge names in Europe, in South America, in Australia. All the biggest telephone companies in the world are going to be there, and Richard Ells is going to have FaceTime with them and be able to extol the virtues of Electroneum as a currency, which is very exciting. If you know anything about Electroneum, the possibilities are endless. So this little coin, currently valued at about between 7 and 8 American cents. I don't know, man. I think it could easily be $2 or $3, you know, mid-2018. Imagine if it gets on more exchanges. It's done all of this on one exchange, which is Cryptopia. So now that the other exchanges have signed deals, that Electroneum will be offered on these exchanges, and what exchanges does Michael Stoller have up his sleeve? Thanks so much for joining me on Crypto in a Van. It's my inaugural episode. I hope you enjoyed it. By all means, give me a like if you liked it. Leave a comment below. I'd be interested to hear what you think about Electroneum, where it's headed, what the plans are, if you think they could do something better. And please subscribe, because at this moment in time, I have 0 subscribers. So thanks so much. My name is Michael Coughlan. I look forward to speaking to you again on Crypto in a Van.
Freedom's just the currency of life.